After giving birth in Canada, there are a couple of steps you need to take to make sure your baby's documentation and benefits are in order. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel or you're just coming across this channel for the first time, welcome. We hope that you like it here. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the things that you need to do after you give birth in Canada. For the purpose of this video, I will be using Alberta as the point of reference, since that's the province in which that I have experienced and I have quite a number of information. All of the provinces usually have their own steps or usually have their own procedures, but most times they are always almost the same thing. But the most important thing is to bring to your consciousness the things that you would need to do. Even if some of the steps or procedures might be a little different, I will actually be putting some links in the description box that can guide you for other provinces, but generally I will just be sharing those things or those steps you need to take after you give birth in the country. Giving birth on its own is a huge task entirely, so having to add documentation, paperwork and other things can be exhausting. But if you make a plan or you're already aware of the things that you need to do and how to go about them, it may not seem as difficult anymore. You just face the old task of giving birth, and then when you're done, you can then move to those steps when you're ready. So the first thing, after you give birth in Canada, at the hospital, they are going to do a mini registration for the baby. So they're going to ask for the name of the baby. In my own case, I didn't give the name of the baby because I wanted to do a naming ceremony after 7 days. So they had used my name to kind of do a mini registration for the child at the hospital. So they had used Alice's boy as my baby's name. And what they had done was generate some documentation. They had given me some papers to take to the OBGYN at 2 weeks appointment, and they had also generated the health card number for my child using Alice's boy, that's my name, as the child's name. So the essence of that is to give that child access to healthcare. That health card number is what you will use going forward, and they will also mail the health card to your address on file. And in the documents they are going to be giving you, they will also give you a pamphlet or some instructions on how to go about registering your child's birth online. So you're going to be doing the registration of your child's birth yourself. After you get home, if you had a baby boy and you are interested in circumcision of your baby, you may want to get in contact with the doctors that can take care of that as soon as possible. Circumcision in Alberta is not covered by the healthcare, so you would have to pay out of pocket for that one. But you also want to get in contact with the doctors that are able to do it in your city as soon as possible, because they get booked up early sometimes, and it is advisable usually to do the baby boy's circumcision between 2 weeks and 4 weeks, or 2 weeks and 6 weeks. So the earlier the better. So you want to get in contact with the doctors that are able to do that procedure as soon as possible so that you can get your baby in for the circumcision. The next thing, online registration of child's birth. When you get home and you are up to it, you can go ahead to register your child's birth on the provincial website. You just go with the instructions they have on the website or on whatever paperwork that they have given you. Now, for the online registration for the province of Alberta, it's a 3-in-1 thing. I know in Ontario it's, I think, 5-in-1. They have some other things that online registration takes care of, but for Alberta it is 3-in-1. Once you go online to do the registration of your birth, the first thing is you are able to successfully register your child's birth. They are going to ask details of mom, details of dad, names and things like that. So you're going to do the online registration of your child's birth. In that online registration, it will go ahead to do a registration for your child's social insurance number. So you do not need to do anything separately. You do not have to go to Service Canada to apply for your child's social insurance number. That online registration takes care of that. So Service Canada will mail to your address your child's social insurance number. The third thing in that online registration would be the Canada Child Benefit. You do not have to do a Canada Child Benefit application separately. That registration takes care of that application, because all the questions and all the information they are going to be asking of you is enough for that application. So you don't need to do that. However, if after 8 weeks you do not hear back from maybe CRA about the Canada Child Benefit, then you may need to call them or maybe go on your online account to check the status of the application, because sometimes it may not go through according to some people's experience. But in my own case, mine went through just fine. So those are the 3 things that the online birth registration will take care of. The next thing after you do the online registration and you're able to successfully get that 3-in-1, the next thing is the application for your child's birth certificate. So the online registration does not automatically generate a certificate that will be sent to you. No, you have to do a separate application for that baby's birth certificate. Here in Alberta, it's about $20. So you apply for the birth certificate and they mail it to your address. For other provinces, the process or the procedure for that may be slightly different. Like I said, I will put all the links that I can find in the description box down below. But make sure you do your findings about getting the birth certificate in your province. The next thing after you get the birth certificate, you want to go ahead to apply for your baby's passport with the birth certificate. That is if you are up to it, or if you're going to be traveling anytime soon, or if you just want that your baby's passport, you can go ahead with the birth certificate to apply for your baby's passport. The next thing is daycare. In Canada, in recent times, daycare has been a hassle to get. I remember having to, after giving birth in December, I tried to put my baby on daycare in my area's wait list in April for resumption in December, and we still did not get a spot until January. So once you're getting home, as soon as you can, please go ahead to put your baby on the wait list for daycare or day home if you're looking to go back to work after your either 1 year or a year 6 months maternity leave. So it can be very difficult in some provinces. I think it's even a lot more difficult, but as soon as you're home with your baby, try to get your baby on daycare or day home waitlist, whichever one you would prefer. And then the last on my list is the Registered Education Savings Plan. Most parents usually would like to save up for their child's tertiary education. So the Registered Education Savings Plan is a plan that you would make to, save maybe monthly or bi-weekly towards your child's tertiary education. And this is not compulsory, but you will get contacted by any of the companies or agencies that take care of that, and once they contact you, if you're interested, you can go ahead to put in for the savings plan for your baby. And that's it for today's video, guys. If you have any questions, just put it in the comments. I will be reading. I hope this video was helpful. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't. And I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.